we are doing something I have never done before today. I am making mason jar salads. I love a good ready-made salad, and I usually just buy those bagged ones from the store and then you just dump them and go. I'm gonna try this way and we're gonna see how this goes. So let's start off with the first one. The first one is a BLT salad. So I need to get out some bacon and I need to make a dressing. So my plan is to only make one of each type of salad because I don't know which one I'm going to like best. So this one needs a vinaigrette and I don't have one. So I'm going to just try to make one up by kind of looking at something. So that was probably not quite a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Then I'm going to add some olive oil, and I've got to remember that I'm only doing this for like the one salad, so I don't need too much. I'm going to add some Dijon mustard, and I'm starting with and I'm purposefully starting with the dressing because the dressing is going to go in the bottom, and then anything that can marinate is going to go in the bottom, and then we'll fill it up that way. And then we need a little bit of honey. You know, I don't think I've ever made a dressing before other than like a potato salad or macaroni salad, but like just a regular old dressing, I don't think so. Going to add some garlic. Tiny bit of black pepper. I'm not the biggest black pepper fan, but it does help with flavor. And some salt. Let's mix it up. Well, it looks like a dressing. Let's give it a taste. Did that taste like anything? Not really, but I think I'm gonna call it on it. The taste is mostly vinegar, and I think that's all I'm gonna do because that's a decent amount. Okay, so it says let's put in tomatoes, turkey bacon, cheddar cheese, lettuce, and a hard-boiled egg. I just boiled a lot of hard-boiled eggs, but tomatoes need to go in first. Okay, got a tomato. That's much better. I just bought new tomatoes today. The other ones didn't get to them in time. I think I'm gonna just do decently small, large, I don't know, medium-sized pieces, I guess. So I'm going to put tomatoes in because tomatoes can sit in the marinade just fine. And I'm going to use just this whole tomato. Okay, is it funny? I like to use this like steak knife from the Dollar Tree whenever I cut tomatoes. And you know, this does not call for it, but I feel like cucumbers might be good in this salad as well. Plus I have a bunch of them and I don't typically eat cucumbers, so if I don't put them in every salad, like what else am I gonna do with them? Okay, for these I do want regular old knife. The question is gonna be, do I want little tiny pieces or do I want them cubed? I think I'm gonna go for little tiny pieces. Next up, because these can go on top of that marinade just fine. Probably save the rest of those. I need to get an egg peeled. Oh, I saw a trick. Well, I don't remember what the trick was, but I saw one to peel an egg. Well, what I did was not the trick. It didn't work very well at all. I think I'm gonna do I want to do cubes or do I want to do, I have like an egg thing. Put it on there. Do I want to do it both directions? Probably, let's see. Why not? Now we got little tiny dices. Okay. Looking like a salad to me. Pretty sure all we have left then is bacon, cheese, and lettuce. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna give this bacon a little chop. Probably shouldn't do it on this cutting board, but this is where we are. Perfect, now we just need some lettuce. Let's see, best way to cut this. Clearly I don't cut lettuce very often. have saved those little ends before and planted them. Totally works to grow more lettuce. I almost feel like I should have a cutting board just for lettuce since they're all going to need it. I feel like this would be way more efficient if you were going to make a bunch of salads that were all the exact same salad. Because for me, I'm like, this is taking a minute. Well, that's because I'm doing just one salad and then I'm gonna pick a different kind of salad to do next. I'm just gonna squeeze in like as much lettuce as I can. Maybe not as much as I can, but a decent amount so we have a pretty big salad. Okay, first done. Looks so good. I feel like let's stick kind of on the same like style. So we're going to make a Cobb salad, and this one we're going to make a Greek yogurt style dressing. This is the reason I bought this whole thing of Greek yogurt, and it's gonna only need like a little tiny bit. That's okay though. I think what we're doing is kind of making a ranch. Okay, so I rinsed off my spoon. I don't have fresh dill. That's okay. We will use not fresh dill. I feel like since this is Greek yogurt, it's not gonna hurt me if I use a little extra. That's a little bit of almond milk. I don't have that. I'm gonna use soy. That's probably not a good idea. I probably should have used something else. This one needs a lot of spices. We've got garlic powder. Hi, Milo. Onion powder. Of course, dill. It called for fresh. We're going to use not fresh. It's going to be fine. And maybe some salt and pepper. Put a decent amount of that in. Okay, the memory card said that I ran out of room. I forgot to take the old stuff off of it, but I realized on my way back from you that I forgot to put cheese in this salad. So we're gonna put the cheese on top just a little bit. Okay, better late than never. Now we can get back to mixing this. It looks good. It's all up on here though. Honey, I think it called for, yeah, it did. It called for some honey. Where is it? Right there. It calls for raw unfiltered honey, which is what I have been buying, but I bought the cheapy honey this time because I'm pretty sure my allergies are just really bad this year, and I know the purpose of the raw unfiltered honey is so that you get used to the allergies in your area or like the pollens in your area, but I'm pretty sure I was allergic to the honey. This year's just been an interesting one. This is so much dressing. You know what? It's Greek yogurt. It's fine. We can have a lot of dressing. Taste it. Soy milk was the wrong choice, but this is still good. Okay, so it's gonna have basically the same stuff. The only thing is I didn't buy avocado. I figured avocado goes brown so quickly that, nah. There was one little bit of cucumber. I'm gonna grab another tomato, another cucumber. I think I'm gonna only cut up this many pieces because then I can do the other ones a different way. You know, I feel like a whole tomato is going to be a lot in there. So we're going to hold back on some of that. Going to get another egg. This egg is beautiful. Got that out just fine. I rolled it. That's what the difference was. Chop it one way. And then the other. And now I'm just thinking one way or another. Okay, egg going in. Nice. More bacon and then chicken, but I'm going to use turkey because I have this leftover turkey that's been in my freezer, whoops, for so long, and I figure this is the perfect way to use it. I'm not used to having this many things all around me. I feel like this is kind of cluttered. A little frozen still. You're not going to forget the cheese this time. just a little bit. And then we're gonna fit the rest of this lettuce in there, I think. Yeah. Cute. These two are basically the same-ish, just a different dressing basically, and one had turkey and one didn't. On to the next. The Cobb salad, I was gonna add ham. I think I added bacon, that's okay though. So there's this wrap that I've been making a lot, and sometimes I'll do it just as like a salad. It is honey mustard mixed with barbecue sauce as the sauce, and then chicken, and then tomatoes and lettuce. I'm like looking all around. I think I'm gonna do that for this one. I had others set aside, but I don't wanna open like a whole jar of black beans for like a tablespoon's worth. So we're gonna do a barbecue chicken. So we've got a little bit of barbecue sauce there. And then some Dijon mustard. Whoa, did I not just use that already? How did that happen? I don't understand. This is making a huge mess. Okay, weird. I'm wondering if I should add, I probably should add a little bit of like oil and vinegar just to make it a little bit looser. Kind of like that first one, only it has barbecue sauce too. Taste it. No. Okay, I did not need to add the extra stuff there. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of honey to add some sweetness, because that was not it. That's much better. I think for this one, I'm gonna do like diced cucumber. I feel like I'm almost making all different kinds of pickles. It's basically the same thing, right? I usually don't put, well, obviously I don't usually put cucumbers in because I usually don't have them. See, this is why I don't use this kind of a knife with tomatoes. That just doesn't work well. I need another tomato though. Okay, lots of tomatoes there. We're gonna do that turkey again. I mean, this would taste so good with like grilled chicken or even just chicken that's been on the stove and like seared. I feel like turkey is probably my least favorite option, but I want to use it up. I'm not gonna put an egg in this one, but I do think that the turkey itself needs some salt and garlic powder on it. I'm gonna leave pepper out of it. And a little bit of this. Time to do more lettuce. If you go like this first. Okay, a little bit of the white side, a little bit of the green side. Now that's my last one of these lids because I've got one on my fake sugar. I have one on my sourdough, which is coming back alive. So if you were here for the last video where I didn't know if it was gonna come back, it's slowly growing. So I think we're gonna be good. I'm just realizing none of these have called for an onion yet. That's so strange because this one does, this next one. But I think I'm gonna hold off on the next one. I think I'm gonna make one up that's like a buffalo chicken, only turkey, because I think after that, then I'll use this. Otherwise, we still have all of this. So let's make one up. Of course, this is gonna be very simple. I've just got some buffalo sauce, and you guys know I am obsessed with things that are buffalo. Okay, get some of that in there, and then there's ranch, and I actually have ranch dressing, which you'll notice I haven't used. I made my own when we did make it, but for this one, I think that'll be good. I think we could use a little bit more ranch to balance that out. It's a little tangy. Okay, let's do a cucumber because why not? I just pulled this tomato off the vine, which, I mean, it's just a package that I got from the store that has the vines, and I could smell the vine, which I haven't been able to smell yet. I can't smell it that much there, but I got this big whiff of summer. I have tomatoes planted in the garden, but we are nowhere near them being fruits yet. And you know, if I had celery, that would probably be preferred, but I don't. So cucumbers it is. Okay. I also didn't buy any carrots, but carrots would go good in a lot of these as well. Kind of tried to buy ingredients that would work in like all of them. This knife does not cut this tomato. Probably don't need as much tomato in this one. And I could probably do less lettuce too, because I'm gonna be like heavy on the chicken. Or actually, let's see. Whoa, run away. Yeah. Use up the rest of this turkey. I am going to add some seasonings here. I'm going to do some garlic powder, only because turkey's kind of bland. And then salt. And that's probably it. Not a big fan of pepper, so I feel like leaving it out isn't going to be that big of a deal. Maybe a little bit more of that. And we'll get the rest of this lettuce in here. Heck, I might start doing this all summer. I'm interested to see, is this going to be too many before they, like, will they go bad before I eat them all? Or will I be able to eat this many? I don't know how long they'll last. I've heard they could last a few weeks. We'll see. I'm going to do a little bit of this cheese. I thought about not doing cheese, but we're gonna do it. And we are going to use a brownie lid. So to make the dry ingredients in a jar, I just write on the lid, then I reuse it. But there we go, buffalo chicken. This last one is a grinder salad, which I know was popular a few years ago. I don't like banana peppers though. Well, they just don't get along with my stomach. No peppers do, so I'm gonna leave those out. I am gonna add in olives, which I don't think it calls for. And I'm gonna do 3 of these because the last ones were all kind of the same. It was all like bacon or turkey, similar. And then these all have like the deli meats in them. So I feel like if I have 4 that are like bacon and turkey and 4 that are deli meats, then we should be good. So I need equal parts mayonnaise to Greek yogurt. That was funny. In each of these. So I'm gonna do just like that. This is the first one that called for mayonnaise, or at least it's the first one that I remembered to put the mayonnaise in. Not sure which is right. Holy cow. This is red wine vinegar, and it's been a minute since I've had red wine vinegar, and this smells more winey than I'm used to it smelling. It's like a tablespoon for every like quarter cup, so I'm gonna say we probably just need like the smallest splash. Oops. Well, I hate that. I need like a pour spout. That's so frustrating that it just like spills down the side. Oh, of course. Did any even get in there? What happened to the ones that like you open the lid and it's like a thing? Because this is not that. Okay, now that I'm thoroughly frustrated, just kidding. We're okay. Let's do salt, pepper, garlic, and some red pepper flakes. Oh, that might have been way too much salt over there. All right, mix them up. I feel like that might be too much dressing for one little thing. It can definitely use more of this if I can get it out. Okay, what's the trick? What should I be doing here? Okay, that's so stupid. But you know what? It worked. Whoa, this one's much better than this one. Okay, that one's gonna be good. Okay, this one does not call for a cucumber, but it does call for the banana peppers. So I think we're gonna sub out for the cucumber. And like even after all that cucumber, I still have this many left. We might not end up using all of this, but I'm gonna try. The problem is when you buy from a bulk store, you get bulk sized ingredients. You know, I can probably do one more. Okay, tomato. Okay, calls for red onion. I have a white onion. That'll be just fine. Edge of that does not look great. And you know, I don't want these to be overpowered by all the onions, so I think I might only do a little bit of onions in each, like just half of this little tiny onion over the course of these 3 jars. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Also, what an oversight. I bought all of the ingredients to make sandwiches and to make, what do you call those, strombolis, and I forgot to buy more olives. These are all the olives that I have, and they're gonna all go into the salads right now. Olives, more olives, more olives again. These probably didn't need quite this many olives, but like, what am I gonna do with half the jar? Okay, let's get all these meats. We're going to do a little bit, oh, I should probably wipe this off first. Let's rinse it. Like, how much do we think we need? Like this much of each? Let's start with this and see if this is a good amount. I think I'm gonna do pretty small pieces. Okay. I'm very excited about these, you know? To have these pre-made, and these are more hearty and more healthy. I mean, some of the, you know, stuff in them isn't, but we use Greek yogurt for a lot of it. But these seem just so much better than the pre-made ones that you get in the store. That's basically just lettuce and a very fatty topping. Okay, let's see. This might have been too much. This might be a shareable size salad. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get this. Whoopsies, spilled some on the floor. Yeah, these ones are gonna be very hearty. Pretty sure my camera overheated, so I took a minute, put everything away. I got all of those eggs peeled and then put in the fridge. So now we are just going to finish off, of course, like right when we get to the end, right? I have these few snacking cheeses, and I'm just gonna put 1 package in each of those jars. I do wanna cut them up a little bit first though. Do you know you can cut all of them into quarters in just 3 slices? It's kind of funny. I guess they're not exactly quarters, but they're close enough. All right, last up is the lettuce. I like my lettuce really chopped up when I'm eating a salad. It's so frustrating when you have like a huge piece of lettuce. You have to try to figure out how to get it into your mouth. Almost done. These ones, I feel like, are such bigger salads than the others. Like, this is definitely a 2. Well, I think. I don't know. It's hard for me to gauge how much salad is salad because this looks like a lot. Like, if this was on bread, this would be way too much for me to eat. But also, bread might be the reason for that. All right. A few more reused lids. Beautiful. I need to get everything cleaned up, and then we will take a look at all of them. Okay, here's a close-up look. We've got the grinder, the buffalo chicken, the ranch, the barbecue honey mustard, and then the Dijon vinaigrette. Oh, these look so delicious. I am so excited for salads that are quick and easy. All right, here we have it. These look so delicious. We have all 3 of our grinders. We have our buffalo chicken, our ranch, our honey mustard barbecue sauce, and our honey mustard vinaigrette. These are going to be lunch and dinner over the next few days. I'm so excited to, which one am I gonna do tonight? I'll probably do one of the grinders because it's been a minute since I've had those cold cut meats and I just love those so much. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you're interested in some other meal in a jar ideas, I'll pop them over here and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.